To the Pledge of Allegiance. Dave will do it.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, we'll have the minutes of the April 3rd meeting. And the 10th, yeah. One at a time.
One it is, yes, April 3rd. The regular monthly meeting of the Franklin Town Board was called to order at 7:35 by Supervisor Jeff Taggart. Present were Jeff Taggart, Garrett Sitz, David Grant, Donnie Smith, Dwight Bruno, Mark Lang, and Paul Warner. The minutes were read from the March 6th meeting. David Grant made a motion to accept the minutes as read. Dwight seconded the motion, and all agreed. Tyler Gregory gave a presentation about the Ollie Out Cemetery in North Franklin that he maintained last summer. He did an excellent job making the grounds very nice and cleaned up headstones also. The board thanked him for his service to the community. Jim Carey has a large tree on his property that needs to come down. It is in the town's right-of-way. The clerk will send a letter to the Careys stating the town will take the tree down in 2018. Mark Lang opened the sealed bids for 2018. Stone bids, Carver Stone bid 810 for trucking all sizes of stone. Cobleskill Stone bid $775 for trucking all sizes of stone. Garrett made a motion to use Cobleskill Stone, and Mark can go with either one for the 1As since the bid is the same. David Grant seconded the motion, and all agreed. Liquid Calcium, Peckham bid .853 cents. Suit Coat bid .856, and North Gorman bid 97 cents. Garrett made a motion to go with Peckham for the liquid calcium. David Grant seconded the motion, and all agreed. Fuel and heating, Arabido is the only company to bid in this category. Paul suggested that the heating fuel bids be done closer to the end of the year to be able to plan better. David made a motion to go with the firm price on all heating and fuel with no prepay. Donnie seconded the motion, and all agreed. There will be a pie sale on April 20th at Wayne Bank to benefit the Rec Commission. Eastern Energy Solutions has given a quote for changing out all the lighting at the town shed building. Jeff would like to have Mark Jacobs check the work when the project is complete. There's a special meeting Tuesday, April 10th at 7:30 to interview candidates for the Board of Assessment Review. DEP is buying 50 acres on West Plattner Brook. Adjoining property owners are concerned about hunting on that land. The audit report is back. We'll have further discussion. There needs to be a 2-week notice given before a meeting regarding the BB Demond Road abandonment. With nothing further to come before the board, Garrett made a motion to adjourn the meeting. David seconded the motion, and all agreed.
Any additions or corrections? Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Okay, now we'll go to the 10th.
The special meeting to interview candidates for the Board of Assessment Review was called to order at 7:35 by Supervisor Jeff Taggart. Present were Jeff Taggart, David Grant, Donnie Smith, and Dwight Bruno. Garrett Sitz was absent. There are 2 candidates for the Board of Assessment Review position. David made a motion to go into executive session at 7:40 for interviews. Donnie seconded the motion, and all present agreed. Donnie made a motion to come out of executive session at 7:45 p.m. Dwight seconded the motion, and all present agreed. Jeff Taggart and Dwight Bruno audited the court records on April 2nd, 2018. Everything was found to be in order. Dave made a resolution that the court records have been audited and found to be in order. Donnie seconded the motion, and all agreed. The town will get other bids for the lighting job at the town shed. Dwight made a motion to go into executive session at 8:05 for interviews. David seconded the motion. David made a motion to come out of executive session at 8:15. Donnie seconded the motion. David made a motion to go into executive session regarding legal matters at 8:30. Donnie seconded the motion. Dwight made a motion to come out of executive session at 8:40. David seconded the motion. With nothing further to come before the board, Donnie made a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:40. Dwight seconded the motion, and all present agreed.
Any additions or corrections? We have a motion
I
to,
make a motion.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, well, we'll go with Dave or Debbie, whichever.
Forgive me for not standing.
Okay, you kneel.
Again, as spring's approached, we had our first meeting of the season on Wednesday, April 25th. There's a few copies of this report up front. I don't know if it was enough for the whole board. First, the financial figures. The Morgan Stanley account balance is $961,000 as of April 25th. Checking account was approximately $33,000. Obviously, you know, there's more volatility in the market lately. It's been down a little bit this year, but nothing too drastic, so we're okay. And we were assured they're keeping a close eye on it.
Right.
The Kellogg Education Community Center held multiple events during the past few months. Lego events, movies, and some exhibits. The modification for the rooms has been completed and paid for. There will be a new sliding door this coming week over the pass-through that was completed last month. If anybody's been there and seen it, we put a pass-through between the two rooms, so we don't have to go out into the hall to do things. Last Friday, the telephone was installed in the Kellogg Educational Community Center, and we will have an answering machine with messages containing events and news, and of course we'll now have the phone there for any emergencies. The phone number is 607-230-4082. Grant activity. Grants were received for Lego Club 3D Puzzle Day during the winter. There's currently 2 more grants that have been approved by the Kellogg Memorial Fund at Delaware Academy. One's for Lego events and one's for a summer sports clinic event. There's a couple other grants that are in process for a possible farm exhibit, and we'd like to install some outdoor fitness equipment on the Kellogg field for adults to use down on the playground area. We did add a dog waste station in the commons area, which is over by the bridge by the church. And there's movies scheduled at the center for May and June. They're the first and third Saturday evenings, so the next one will be this coming Saturday night. That's going to be The Greatest Showman. And then the second movie for May will be The Black Panther. In June, there'll be Samson and A Wrinkle in Time. The pavilion, the picnic pavilion on the Kellogg Field is slated to be started during the second week of May. And our next meeting is May 23rd, 6:30 p.m. at the Kellogg Educational Community Center. I respectfully submitted, Dave Pettle for the Franklin Kellogg Trust.
Thank you very much, Dave. Any questions for Dave? Another quiet meeting.
Just one comment, the movie night, everybody's welcome, so
Okay,
free movie, free popcorn, 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Saturday night. Okay. Well, thank you.
Dave, is there anything we need to do
Oh,
with
I'm
this?
sorry,
Since
those
I
are
got
just
it.
your copies
My copy.
of the, I'm sorry, that just goes in your file.
Okay, I just want to make
Yes,
sure.
thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, I meant to tell you that, Don, I'm sorry.
No, no problem.
Thank you. Last, on the 10th, we met as a board and had a few people here to interview for the Board of Assessment Review. The one opening that we had because of Bill Young passing away in a fire. We had 2 candidates, really, 2 good candidates. We were very lucky. And I guess at this time, I'd like to have a vote by the town board on who they would like to have. There was Bob Egler from North Franklin and Barb Thompson from Treble. It's up off of Owen Evans Road is what it's on. And I guess we should have a vote on who is the favorite, I guess. I'll put Bob, we interviewed first, so I'll put Bob Egler's name out first. All in favor of Bob, I guess, vote by yes or no?
Yes.
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 I guess the
Okay, well,
thing,
you're gonna
I
abstain
don't know what,
then?
yeah, I don't know what the other lady.
Okay, that's 3-4, and one against, I guess. So I guess it would be, Bob, you are the new appointee to the Board of Assessment Review. The class is on the 17th of May at 6 o'clock in Delhi. I think it's in the Supervisor's Boardroom, I believe, is where it's at. I'll find out for sure, but it is, the date is the 17th, and it's at 6 o'clock. And it's usually a 3 or 4 hour meeting, I understand. Okay?
Yep.
Okay. And I did talk to Barbara and said, you know, if however the vote went, you know, if she wasn't appointed to the Board of Assessment Review, I told her that the planning board has got an opening. And with her background, I thought she fit on either or. So she's pondering that right now, whether she'd be interested in the planning board, which is one night a month. So it's got more meetings, but you know, I think she'd do a great job. So that I asked her if she might be interested in that position or not.
Did she seem interested, Jeff?
She seemed interested. She wanted to think on it. I gave her the county planner phone number, so if she wants to call the county planner and get more information on it, you know, what, there's really no schooling with it. You know, there's some training that is given, but how many hours of it, I'm not sure it is anymore. But if she wants, you know, if she's interested, I figured talk to the county planner that comes to Franklin, and hopefully she is, so we can fill the board up. Let's see, I guess we did get one estimate on, I think we went on, this is for the, yeah, not right, nice, on the lighting, I guess we'll do that first. We got 3 estimates. The one I brought to the board last month, and the second proposal from the same company I was talking about, the 7-year warranty lights instead of the 5-year warranty lights. The problem with that one was that he put the 11.5 watt lights in everything, not just the meeting rooms and the garage too, which I think the 11.5 watts isn't heavy enough for the garage area and stuff. It might be for storage, but for where the mechanics work and stuff, there's not enough light in that. But his original lighting estimate, which we had last month, was it was $5,030 out of the town's pocket after rebates and such. And then we got an estimate from, I called NICEAG, because they sent out a thing saying that municipalities and such could pay up to 70% of the cost of improving the lighting. Well, their estimate was quite a bit higher than what
Who's
the other
that?
was. NICEAG.
That's NICEAG's estimate,
Well, it's Lime Energy.
but it doesn't have to be Lime, does it?
Yeah.
It does have to be.
Yeah, what Lime would, this is what they would do.
That's their.
That's their proposal.
They're associated with NICEAG,
Yes, they
That's
have
who's-
to do the work.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're tied together.
all right?
Yeah.
On the first one too, I don't know, the outside lights are dimmer too.
Right
Instead
now.
of being,
Right.
well, instead of being 250s, he put in smaller bulbs to make them actually 150s,
Right. On the entrance lights and stuff right now.
all of them. all
Yeah.
the outside ones.
all the outside where NICEAG had more wattage. They had 250s or,
Right, 250s and 400s.
there's-
Chad put forth, he kinda matched up a little bit closer, I think, to what NICEAG's was. He said he'd come and give a proposal, but he couldn't tell you.
right,
Eastern Energies would actually be dimmer outside than they are right now,
okay.
Right.
100 watts dimmer.
He proposed 400 on each end, and I think it was 250s through the middle. I
Okay,
think that's what it
Yeah.
says.
yeah.
Same as NICEAG.
Well, this was exterior, replaced lighting, a 400 watt metal fixture replaced to LED wall.
250 watts for the
Equals
exteriors,
95 watts.
3 of them, and then there was 2 400s for each end.
Okay, okay.
I think that's 95 LED watts versus,
400 or whatever the others.
Right.
Right.
because I think he
'Cause they're-
said the
Right.
one from Afton was like an 18 watt LED, which is 150 watt.
Right, right. A lot less.
Yeah.
But he also included the other coal building outside there.
NICEAG, that's in NICEAG's too.
Is it?
Yeah, nice, got that one too. Yep, yep. Where is the number?
But he was removing
He's
all
separated.
ballasts also, Jeff. And
Right.
there'd be no ballast connection to any of the lights.
Right. I see in his proposal, which I've heard, I mean, that's what NICEAG says too, that, ballast is, lights with ballast are a higher quality. Or, you know, that's what NICEAG, their estimate says on there that they're, isn't that what they said, Paul? That-
No, they
line.
said, he said that they tested the fixtures with ballast and without, and they claim that the LED tubes lasted longer with ballast than they would without. But it's probably cheaper to buy another
Yeah.
tube than it is to buy a
Another
ballast.
ballast.
And the way the LED is, that the light would last longer than the ballast, so you'd have to replace ballast.
Right.
Right.
That's,
And
Which
Chad-
ballast is the drawback
and that is, yeah.
to the fluorescent lights, really. I mean, when they
So-
go bad, it's expensive.
Lime's proposal, which was the highest proposal, is with ballast lights. And we've got a local person, Trimbell Electric. Their estimate is $97.97. And they're only estimating $757 in rebate. And Eastern Energy, which is a I mean, that's what he basically was comparing with, was $5,030. Right. And Eastern Energy did not do the lighting up in the other garage. And that looks pretty cheap for the lighting in the other garage. That's a long garage, though.
Estimated total
Long.
cost is,
5,000.
Oh, it's only
Oh, that's the ice house?
57. No, this is the whole cost.
$57.
57.97.
Yeah, for this building.
Right,
And it's an additional $1,005 for the upper shed.
okay.
The upper shed is the ice building, Paul, or the,
right.
The ice shed didn't get done because
Right.
that has all screw-in bulbs, they
Right.
don't do
they
that.
don't do that, right, so this is a
But-
long,
It's the upper shed, is $1,000 for the upper
Right.
shed,
right,
57.97 for
for this
for
shed.
this building.
This building,
everything in this
Complete.
building.
complete.
Okay,
Yeah, but that doesn't add up to 97.
Yeah, where did
No,
that come?
57.
You said 97.
Did I?
You said no.
See, you caught me, didn't you? I was trying to put, never mind, no, I won't say that, Jesus. 57.97 is what the is an estimate through Chad Trimble out of Sydney Center.
So 57.97 and then 1,005.
Well, the
The upper shed.
1,005 is a whole nother breed. That we didn't,
estimate
the
does
first estimate does not include that.
not. Okay.
That was something.
It's
that-
in NICEAG's, but it's not in,
Right, it's not in-
Eastern Energy.
Not Eastern Energy, right.
Okay, but how does that fit together on this piece of paper? I don't
Because he
understand.
estimated it because they estimated it too.
Okay.
So that's why he separated it.
And the rebate through NICEAG, through Eastern Energy, I had it down at $1,300, I think, rebate. Now whether, Chad could get his to that effect, I would think, if you're comparing apples to apples, they should have the same rebate.
Well, the reason why it doesn't, he said, was because theirs were retrofits,
Oh,
and
okay.
the retros, including the ballast,
Yep,
you get a higher rebate than those where you eliminate the ballast, you don't get as much rebate. And that's where your big difference comes in.
right, but,
Your rebate.
right,
That's,
that's where the lime was a higher rebate, but higher cost.
Because they were using the ballasts.
Right,
So you
where
get a greater-
Eastern Energy is actually doing the same lighting as,
I would say the
No,
difference
they
would
were
probably be these
retros.
fixtures are gonna be new, where Eastern Energy was just gonna retro these
All
Retrofit.
two.
retrofits.
Oh.
These, everything was retrofit with Eastern.
right, right.
I think even the
Some-
outside lights were retrofit.
I think so, I think you're right.
But you
Paul.
get a higher rebate with retros than replacing fixtures.
Right.
And the return on
from nice.
investment.
Something
Where is
like
that
that.
proposal?
Affiliation, I sort
So
of-
how much was Lime? How much was Lime?
They were like
13
Lime
something.
was what, 13,000?
You guys must have lime on there, I think.
You got it?
What's that?
Lime,
That's,
no, this is Eastern Energy, send it that one. That's the same as this one. This is Trimble, yep.
it was here. That was nice,
Yep.
You got one?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we don't wanna look at it, we don't have it.
You don't have lime, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, he has it.
I have one, I have the first revision, is that the one you want?
No, we're looking for the NICEAG one.
That was the 13,000.
Oh, this is Eastern, isn't it?
I saw it somewhere.
Yeah, we sent it back.
$13,000.
Right in front of him, isn't it?
No, this is that one, right on the very bottom. Too many papers. Okay, yeah, lime was 13 something, but the cost of the town was gonna be 18,000, or $8,900. Yeah. So it's whether we keep it local or whether we farm it out. Local is gonna cost us about $700 to have a local contractor do it. And if he's replacing fixtures, then it's well worth the added $700 instead of just putting LEDs on these units here.
Getting more. You're getting something for $700.
Right.
You're getting new fixtures.
There, you get right, what are new fixtures worth? So, how does the board feel about this? This ties in, this is the last thing we need to put our names in the pool for the grant.
He's replacing all the fixtures?
No,
Most of them, all, everything in here, the offices and the hallway.
So,
The break room, the two cold bays, so you can see it, they are all staying with retrofits because they got hard conduit coming into them. But all of these in here, the hallway, the bathroom, the offices are all, you can see they're all
yeah,
replacements.
and they're gonna be 51.
that's about half the fixtures. Or in these, this meeting room and offices.
You're getting more lights on a lot of them.
I say we go Chad,
Well, we get more lights.
you get more light out of
This
those.
is,
You'll get more light
New
outside.
fixtures.
You're gonna get more light.
Jeff,
Yes.
when does this decision have to be made?
it should be made tonight so we can get the resolution to the.
Well, if they retrofit these lights,
Right.
they're gonna have to pull the ballast out, right?
Depends on who does it.
I don't think they have to pull the balances out.
Where
They're just
around
gonna
it?
add,
What's that?
on those balances,
Where
they're
does
gonna
it
use these.
Leave it hanging there.
You have to cut them out, so there's extra labor to do that.
Well, or they're just cut them out and leave them.
Leave them.
They'll probably
They're not gonna take them out.
next year.
Because that wasn't part of their proposal anyway. This proposal
So they're
doesn't
gonna-
say they're taking
I
the
have a
balance
feeling
out.
they'll leave them, they'll bypass them. Okay.
So,
I say we go with the local guy.
Me
Not
too.
that much more, he's putting,
okay.
we got some local
Any
to fall
input
back
from
on.
the constituents? Any thoughts? Okay. Well, we have a motion, is there a
So
motion
what's
to that
the-
effect?
Okay, so what's the local gonna, what's the bottom line on the local?
57,
97.
747.
Unless you have upper shed.
So,
right, the upper shed is another $1,000. That was, NYSEG, Lime, they did that one too, which I didn't have Eastern Energy do. They've got lighting issues up there, that's not part of this, this is something we may do anyway.
Right.
But, what we're okaying is the lighting in this building, and the exterior lighting.
Okay,
You know,
so that's
around-
5797 compared
Yes.
to 80, what would I?
Well,
8900?
80 something for Lime, and 5,030 something through Eastern Energy,
5030.
Right.
right?
but he's
And
not
what's- and
using
what's the
any
difference?
ballast, and he's using new fixtures in here and in the hall.
Okay, who's he? Who's,
Trimble.
The local Trimble.
Trimble.
One you're right, Josh, yeah, Trimble.
okay, so he's not gonna use ballast.
No,
No,
Okay,
That's what it says right here on the proposal.
okay, and the 5037, that's with, there's gonna be ballast.
Those are all-
50/30/02 is what,
They're all
No, he's not
retrofits.
using ballast either.
yeah,
But they're all
No ballast.
retrofits.
but they're retrofits.
retrofits.
fixture.
So new fixtures with
Trimble.
With Trimble.
Yep,
For a
Okay,
little over about
Not all.
$750 extra.
but in the
And all
offices
of
in
the
here.
offices here.
and I'm just curious, why is he gonna use new fixtures someplace and not other places?
Cause they're using conduit through the shop. He doesn't wanna have to tear all that conduit out. I'll just retrofit the fixtures that are
So
there.
he's gonna have to then just bypass the ballast, because I don't think you can hook them through a ballast.
Well,
No, he'll
he's
come
not,
out.
He'll take
He'll
the
take them
balances
out,
out.
yeah.
With the ballast.
Because there's
Or
oil
at
in
least
it, too.
disconnect them, and they could be, Eastern Energy never said anything about taking the ballast out. They were gonna have non-ballast
Right,
rates.
so there's nothing there to worry about.
There's nothing saying they're taking them out and discarding them, or getting rid of them, or whatever, they're just disconnecting them and using the power feed that goes to them,
Right.
to the ballast.
Because there's oil in it. What's that?
I think that's what they did in Hamden, wasn't
So-
it?
Some older ballasts you
Those
can't
ballasts
just
were
throw
sitting
away.
in Fixtures.
They
there.
Newer
also
ones
left
are
them in, but
Yeah.
they bypass.
Environmentally safe, I guess. I'm not sure how.
They can leak.
Yeah, but I mean, the older ballasts, you're not supposed to just discard into your
No,
Right.
landfills.
that's what I mean, if you leave them in the ceiling.
Yeah, right, they could
Yeah.
eventually
Yeah, they won't
rot
take
or
them.
rust or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay,